In the United States, Tesla does not qualify for EV incentives and has not now for a very long period of time. This means their vehicles are up to $7,500 US more expensive than the competition. And yet, if you'd like to order a Tesla, the waiting list is now longer than it's ever been. It turns out that Tesla was right. EV buyers only want Teslas. Electric vehicle sales around the world are rising while sales of conventional cars are falling. There are a few reasons for that. Tesla alone might deserve the bulk of the credit. There appears to just be quite a profound awakening of the desirability for electric vehicles, said Tesla Chief Financial Officer Zachary Kirkhorn on the company's third quarter earnings conference call on Wednesday last week. Folks want to buy an electric car, and folks want to buy a Tesla right now. It's very exciting for us. Exciting indeed. Kirkhorn's observation led DataTrek research to wonder about that EV Tesla portion of the comment. Now, DataTrek found that people do want Teslas more than other electric vehicles. Aggregate the 3 Tesla models, Google searches, and they far outnumber electric car queries, wrote the firm in a Friday research note. Now, I've been telling people this for years, obviously in my role as a marketing agency and an IT firm as well. I focus on Google Trends and Google searches, and I actually pay for subscriptions so that I can see data showing my clients and me what people are actually searching for. And for many years now, this has been a consistent trend. People search for Tesla more than they search for every other electric car put together. It's quite incredible, actually. Barron's modified the search a little. EV actually does better than electric car in a Google search, but the results still remain exactly the same. Model 3 and Model Y searches crush the competition and combined outnumber total searches for EVs. I actually said this in a video when I first started this channel around about 6 months ago, but at that time I didn't really have any subscribers and no one was really interested in watching the channel, so it kind of fell on deaf ears. But in addition to that, I've made several Tesla videos since telling people that I'm invested in Tesla and giving them reasons why I think it's a good idea they do so also. Takeaway: one can argue about Tesla, the stock, but Tesla, the company, has built a very strong EV brand in the United States, said DataTrek. Recent results are a testament to that strength. Tesla vehicle sales are up almost 100% year to date compared with 2020. That would be much higher if Tesla could actually provide more vehicles. The demand is absolutely insane for Tesla vehicles right now. Third quarter volumes grew more than 70%. That's impressive considering US light vehicle sales actually dropped 13% year over year in the third quarter. In addition to that, look at the sales of Ford vehicles, of General Motors vehicles, of Toyota's vehicles and Honda's vehicles in the last quarter or over the last 3 months. They've all dropped significantly. And why? Well, they all claim that it's a shortage of semiconductors being the main reason the industry is struggling to meet demand. However, interestingly, some companies, particularly EV companies, are drastically increasing sales during this quarter, whereas the main big companies such as GM, Ford, Toyota, Honda, and many others have seen their sales fall off a literal cliff. So is it just semiconductor chips, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Well, I made a video about the real reasons for the semiconductor shortage crisis, the real reasons for the global automotive change over the last quarter. It's definitely not just the semiconductor chip supply shortage. Tesla stock has been extremely resilient. Shares are up about 38% over the past 3 months, and they just set a record high on Friday, passing the previous intraday high of $900 that was set in January earlier this year. Tesla stock is at $901 in early trading when I last checked, about an hour before I made this video. Now, I've read an interesting comment recently on a forum. One of the most incredibly stubborn Tesla bears, Jonathan Weber from Seeking Alpha, wrote an article called Tesla's Q3, the good, the bad, and the ugly. As you can see, most of the article was negative. He doesn't like Tesla, and he thinks Toyota stock is a better buy. In fact, he even thinks Toyota will outsell Tesla in terms of EV sales by 2025, even though Toyota have no interest in actually building EVs en masse. I'm not sure how he thinks that's possible, but obviously when you emotionally dislike a company, it actually disconnects you from reality. Now, in response to one of his articles where people comment, he obviously responds favorably to comments agreeing with his thesis that Toyota is a better stock than Tesla, and reacts very negatively to people who disagree with his ideas. However, GW said, I missed out on the Tesla investment. I thought of it as just a car company, and the old guard would put them out of business when they started to produce electric cars and compete. Boy, was I wrong. I guess consumers view Tesla more like Apple than like a car company. I agree. And Apple has an ecosystem while Tesla is a standalone product. I'm wondering what happens when everyone is buying Teslas and parking lots are filled with them. In spite of that happening, they have not lost their cachet despite their popularity. So I guess it's not too late for investors to buy shares in Tesla. The EV evolution is still at an early stage. And I agree. I think if you think you've missed out on Tesla, you're wrong. There is still an enormous amount of growth in Tesla shares. I believe the company will 10x from its current price of $900 to a price of around about $9,000 by 2030. I've made a number of videos on why I believe this will happen, and it's primarily based on maths, on data, on actually valuing the company as a software company, not as simply a car company, because it's not just a car company. They have many plans, and cars are just one of them. However, Solving the Money Problem made an interesting video about the likelihood of Tesla's sales potentially hitting 20 million per year by the year 2030. I believe that's maybe a bit optimistic, but I do think the low side for their production for vehicle sales in 2030 is between 12 to 13 million. In other words, they will easily beat Toyota in 2030. That is, if Toyota hasn't already filed for bankruptcy. Why do I say that about Toyota? For good reason. I'll put some links in the description below to the videos I've made about Toyota and the enormous mistakes that they've made over the last 3 years. And their plans over the next decade include numerous missteps which are completely avoidable. But unfortunately, thanks to their leadership, they won't be avoided in time to save the company. So I'll put those links in the description below. Click on those. But first, let me know what you think. Do you think Tesla will 10x by 2030? Do you think it's worth investing in a stock? Let me know what you think in the description, in the comments below. I'm fascinated to know. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. And thanks for supporting the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.